what would you do to increase the ARPU?
Um, for me, I would do these five things. I would firstly upgrade to premium. So I'd include more features, maybe some kind of AI, anything that is better than the latest version, and charge more for that. So it will be more expensive. So have like premium features. It will be like an upgrade. Um, Two, I would have more promotions and yearly plans. So I would basically encourage users to spend more or commit to like a longer subscription.
Yeah, here, let me stop you because, you might say that in the end, it doesn't change the calculation if you think about it, but it does because you can have like this sporadic, like, or people who just come in for 1 month to try it out or 2 months. They're not super sure whether they want to have the full year subscription. In that case, you are encouraging them to subscribe for a full year. That is definitely going to help your average revenue per user when you do the calculation.
Yeah. My third point would be it to increase the price. Just by a little, it'll slowly keep up and increase your revenue. But there is a risk that if you increase it too much, you lose customers or you have a higher churn rate, which we'll find out next.
Correct,
But
correct. And sorry, one more thing.
it's a risk.
So one more thing to add here. ARPU will, like, when you do promotions, then you get the full year subscription. It will eventually either inflate a month's revenue. So when we're
Yeah.
looking at the ARPU for a specific month, that would be misleading. But when you look at an ARPU for a full year revenue, then it will show a positive impact by acquiring those customers whom otherwise would not join or drop out after a few
Yeah.
months. Right. Sorry, carry on.
hmm So, fourth one would be cross-selling, otherwise known as optionality. Cross-selling is basically when you sell extra products or features to the same user. So, I could be selling a subscription on FitLife and then maybe add them an extra water bottle or some kind of other product that I could be wanting to test out and not charge for it
So let me ask
or
you this question
charge less for it.
for our audience. Let's say you have a scenario where you have the FitLife subscription and
hmm
um, you by paying extra amount, you are able to get additional number of classes on top of your
Yeah.
basic subscription. Instead of like 5 in a week, you get 10 in a week, or you get
hmm
something like this. But
Yeah.
this is this premium? Is a premium feature, or is this a completely separate product? You're increasing five
It,
to,
it, it's It's a complete different product because you could be selling it's an extra product, something extra. It's not
but it's not extra because you already have five in a week.
yeah.
You're taking the yoga classes, let's say. Now you're getting additional classes by upgrading your subscription. It's upgrade, right?
No, that's an upgrade. That's a
Yeah,
premium
so that's the
that's
premium.
number one.
But if I tell you,
But
for instance, now I want to cross-sell you um, a pool subscription, like additionally pool access, or
yeah.
additionally no tennis court access. So
Mm-hmm.
additionally personal trainer. So are
Yes, that's cross-selling because it's a different product. It's a different product, yeah.
absolutely, absolutely great. Okay, so tell me about the another, if you have any other left for ARPU.
Yeah, I have one more left. It's number five. It's a geographic or segment shift. So it's basically focusing on more on the area where more users are coming from other regions that have a high ARPU. So we can use an example for FitLife that in England we have a higher ARPU than in Scotland. So what we could try to do is focus more on England and see if that brings us a higher revenue.
Mhm. Very good. Very good. And if the difference is drastic, let's say you have Algeria and you have, let's say, England, as you said. Let's say average revenue per user, which is like the monthly subscription is $15 in UK, but it is, let's say, $5 in Algeria. Would it make sense to, first of all, increase price in Algeria?
Yeah, it would, but obviously we can't increase the price to $10. So sometimes no,
What
sorry,
do we
increase
call
the
that?
price
What
by
do we call that
$10.
example? The analogy that you give.
Um, we can use the analogy of a ruler. We
Huh?
bend it and we bend it and we test how much we can bend it before it snaps.
So we call that price elasticity, which anyways is a
Yeah,
topic that we will even learn in more depth in the coming years. Yeah,
yeah,
perfect. So you can increase price, but you gotta have to be careful not to have too many dropouts or too much churn, which you will talk about,
yes.
right? Okay.
Mhm.
Um, or what could be a probably more drastic strategy? Like what could you do with Algeria, for example, that can be a
You
drastic?
could complete you could completely stop selling in Algeria and switch all your focus to England. It's a big risk, but usually if it's a very big drastic change in amounts of revenue in two different regions, it's better to stick to the region that gives you a higher ARPU
Correct, correct.
because that
So
yeah,
I think what will happen eventually is that when you're a leader, you'll be forced with decision like this. But it's not just numbers because there's people's livelihoods are also at stake. So when you close a
yeah,
business in Algeria, that means people will be laid off. So you gotta have to think from all dynamics. It's not just numbers on the spreadsheet, but
yeah, of course,
let
let's think if it's a big business.
can
Yeah.
you repeat what
If
you're
it's a
saying?
big business, yeah.
Okay, tell me the formula and let's move on.
So, the formula for the ARPU, I mean, there's a formula for ARPU, which is you take the revenue and you divide it by the monthly active users.
Okay, and then the number here is,
So, the number here, so we have our revenue, which is 27,000,
yeah, you can
and
obviously
you
use
divide it
calculator.
by,
You can obviously use calculator.
yeah, means, yeah, um, and you divide that by 6,000,
Mhm.
which gives you an ARPU of $4.5 per customer,
So here,
per user.
you're right. So why this number, average revenue per user of $4.5 is lower than the subscription price of 15?
Because obviously the free users they're not paying anything, so that ultimately brings down the average.
Right.
Because like and in this example we can see that there's way more of free users of FitLife
Ah,
than paying users.
what made you say
So
that? What made you say that? If let's say hypothetically ARPU was $9 or $8, could you say the same?
no, I couldn't because the subscription price is 15. So obviously we're trying to have the average revenue per user to be 15, but obviously there's 4,200 free users, so that's going to bring it down. And
Yes.
it's on what's half of 15? 7.5, right? And 4.5 is less than 7.5. So ultimately it's not a good result, but maybe it's a growing company or it's a new companies. So
So that's
yeah,
that's the reason why we're looking at KPIs, Maya, and businesses look at KPIs. Now that you know that your ARPU is way lower than your
yeah.
actual
Yeah, it
uh
should be much higher.
yes, yes, yes. And that's what you can work towards.